Hello to all your technology and programming lovers. Welcome to the first episode of our complete guide to WSL. Have you ever been coding on Windows and suddenly wish you had those awesome fast Linux commands? Or maybe you wanted to use tools that's only available on Linux, but you didn't want to set up a heavy and slow virtual machine? Well, today we are going to talk about an amazing technology from Microsoft that is here to solve this problem for good, WSL, or the Windows Subsystem for Linux. In this chapter, we are going to see what is a magic tool is and how it's different from older solutions like virtual machines, and while learning, it can make you more professional developer. WSL more than just a simple emulator. To put it simply, WSL gives you the power to have a complete Linux environment directly inside your Windows OS. It is not a separate program. It's fully integrated. You might say, but we already has a tool like Suen. That's true, but the difference is huge. And WSL lets you run actual Linux binary file without any changes. This means you have access to the entire world of Linux software. Why should we use WSL? So what is this full for? Let's look at few real world scenarios. Developing for Linux server. Most websites run on Linux servers. With WSL, your development environment can perfectly match your server, helping you avoid strange bugs. Power for command line tools. The Linux world is full of incredible tools like grep, set, and awk. With WSL, all this power is yours. Also, special ecosystems. Technologies like Docker, Python, and Ruby work based on Linux. WSL provides the best experience for them on Windows. Okay, WSL vs virtual machines, key comparisons. The biggest question is, why not just use a virtual machine like VirtualBox? WSL has a huge advantages. One, speed and resource usage. A VM is slow to start and uses a lot of RAM and CPU. WSL starts in seconds and uses resources much more efficiently. Number two, amazing file integrations. In a VM, file are separated. With WSL, they are shared access Linux files from Windows Explorer and Windows drivers from Linux. Number three, interactions between processes. You can combine Windows and Linux commands, pipe a Linux command output to Windows .exe and back. You get the best of both worlds. Look at features. Our focus in WSL number 2. It is important to know that WSL has two main versions. Version 1 was an engineering masterpiece, but WSL version 2, which is the focus on this course, is a huge step forward. It uses a real full Linux kernel, which gives it 100% compatibility and makes it file performance dramatically faster. In the next episodes, we'll dive deeper, install WSL together, and learn tons of tricks to get the most out of this powerful tool. So make sure you stay with me. Now, a deeper look at the WSL2, the magic of lightweight VM. Alright, everyone, we saw how different WSL is from traditional VMs or VirtualBox. But now I want to tell you a big secret that might shock you at first. Surprise, WSL2 actually uses a virtual machines. By the way, this VM is completely different from what you have in mind. It is a lightweight utility VM built by Microsoft. Now I want to talk about introducing the lightweight utility VM. This is not a slow VM like VirtualBox. It is a smart and efficient technology with key features. Start in blink. It boots off extremely fast, just like opening a command prompt. Smart memory RAM management. It uses very little RAM at first, takes more as needed, and most importantly, give it back to Windows when it's done. A regular VM don't do this. Okay, now the amazing results on WSL2. This is a new approach brought to huge achievements that solve the main problems of WSL1. 100% compatibility because WSL2 uses a real Linux kernel. Any program that runs on Linux will run here. It is that simple. Incredibly fast speed. File operation, especially in project with many files like Node.js or Git, are much faster than in WSL1. Now, two important points to keep in mind. With all these benefits, the new architecture of WSL2 creates two key difference: networking. Because WSL2 is a separate machine, it gets its own IP address. Access serving between Windows and Linux is a bit different. But Microsoft has a great solution. Thanks, Microsoft. Hardware access, direct access to hardware like GPU was challenging at first, but now with features like wsl.exe, you can easily run Linux graphical apps, and GPU support for tasks like AI has been added. I think the best part, you don't have to choose. You can have both WSL1 and WSL2 on your system at the same time. The flexibility is fantastic. Okay. Now that we are understand the architecture of WSL2, it's time to roll up our sleeves. We'll go through how to install and set it up. Be sure to join me. Okay, we talked all about what WSL is and the power it gives us. Now it's time to leave theory behind and get our hands dirty. In this part, we're going to install and set up WSL on our Windows machine step by step. So follow along because we have some exciting work to do. Step 1, install with a magic commands. The easy way. The good news is that Microsoft has made install WSL incredibly simple. On most new Windows system, you can do everything with just one command. Let's try this command first. Open the start menu and type the PowerShell like this, and choose run as administrator. Now in the window that opens, enter the simple command and press enter. Okay, it's wrong. wsl.exe -- install. That's it. This smart command does all necessary work for you. It's enable that require Windows features, download the latest Linux kernel, and even installs the default Linux distribution, which is usually Ubuntu. If this command runs without any error, you are all done. Just restart your computer and move on. Okay, I'm waiting the download the Ubuntu. Wait for the download and installation to finish. After the installation is complete, click the launch or button right from the Microsoft Store, or you can search for the distro you installed. For example, Ubuntu is start menu and run it. In here, I search Ubuntu and this and run that. The first time you run it, a command line Windows will open and ask you to wait a moment for the files to be set up. After a few seconds, it will ask you for two very important things: a Unix username. Choose a name for yourself. It doesn't have to same as your Windows username. For example, Puria PC. And also enter a strong password for this user. Important note, when you type a password, nothing will appear on the screen. No stars, no dots. This is a normal, so don't worry. Just type your password and press enter. Retype new password. Okay. You now have a complete Linux command line ready to run your commands. In the next parts, we will learn how to manage the distribution we've installed, switch between them, and control more advanced WSL settings. So stay with me. Alright, friend. We've installed Linux and it's ready to go, but now for the main question, how to manage it. How do we talk to it and control it from inside window? The answer to all these questions is in one incredibly powerful all-in-one tool, the wsl.exe command. This command is your Swiss Army knife for the world of WSL. With it you can see the distribution you have installed, turn them on and off, switch them between different versions, and so much more. So let's dive into the world of these awesome commands. Viewing your distributable list, the first simplest question: what distribution do I even have on my system? Just open a PowerShell or command prompt and type this command, wsl list. For example, going to PowerShell, and here writing this command, wsl -list. Ubuntu. This command shows you a simple list of all distros you have installed, but we can get much more information. For example, if you want to see which ones are currently running, use this command. For example, if you want to see which ones are currently running, use this command. Using this command, wsl -list -running. For example, coming this Windows Subsystem for Linux distribution, Ubuntu. And now for my favorite command, which give us a complete and detailed report. For example, this command doing this work, wsl -list -verbose. Name Docker Desktop or Ubuntu running. This output of this command has a few very important columns. Name is the distro's name. State shows its status, running or stopped in here. And most important, version shows if it's using WSL1 or WSL2. The letter star next to one, and the name shows that it's your default distribution. This is WSL2, and this is my running distribution. Okay, alright, so far we've learned how to install and manage WSL, but now we get to the magic part, the part where the wall between the Windows and Linux completely disappears. In this section, we are going to learn how to run Linux commands directly from inside Windows PowerShell or command prompts. Are you ready? The easiest way, run is default distro. Remember how I say wsl.exe is our Swiss Army knife? It has another amazing features. If you write any Linux command after WSL, that command will run directly in your default distribution, and the output will be shown right there in Windows. Let's try that. For example, this is my Ubuntu distribution. I close that, and also coming here and Windows PowerShell, running Windows PowerShell. Okay. Now, if this command, using this command, for example, wsl -la tilde. With this command, we can see a list of files inside our Linux home folder without even opening the Linux windows. This integration is truly amazing. By the way, if you just type a wsl command with nothing after, it full shell will open in your default distro. Okay, now let's say you've installed several different distros, like me, for example, an Ubuntu for development work and an Alpine Linux for lightweight test. If we want to run a command, especially in Alpine, what should we do? This is a very powerful -d, which comes to help, like this, wsl -d alpine cat. This command. With this, we are telling WSL, hey buddy, take this command and run it only in the Alpine distro. You can find the exact name of your distro within the WSL -list command. For example, WSL -list. In this my system, it is Ubuntu, but these systems, you cannot see these systems. I have two distro, Alpine and Ubuntu, but this system is screen recorder. It is just Ubuntu. Uh, okay, it gets even cooler. Sometimes we need to run a command as another user, especially as the root user who has a highest level of access. With the -u short for users switch, and this is a super easy. Let's try it. First, let's see who our current user is. This command doing this work. WSL, who am I? Root. Now let's run the same commands as the root user. WSL -u root, who am I? This feature is incredibly useful for running commands that need a sudo without being asked for a passwords. Now, this part about shutting down distro, the off switch. Sometimes you need to stop running distribution to free up system resources. For this, we have two very important commands. Stop specific distro. Using with the -" terminate commands, you can shut down a specific distro. For example, this command wsl - terminate, or for example Ubuntu -20.44 specific distro, or shut down WSL completely. If you want to shut down the entire WSL subsystem and all running distro at once, use a powerful shutdown command like this. This is a command wsl - shutdown. Excellent. You are now the true commander of WSL and can bring Linux to its knees from right inside Windows. Okay, thank you for watching this video. In another video, we are complete this course. Please subscribe and like this video. See you again. Bye bye.